Alrighty, guys, this is Mrs. Miller, and I'm going to talk to you about what you should be doing during testing week for Math Models A. You should go ahead and log into your course and open up Student Resources. Remember this week that you are assigned to do the quiz 3.17 on Monday. Then you should take a look at Unit Lesson 3.18 to review for your Unit 3 test. And finally, on Friday, you should take your Unit 3 test Part 1. Part 2 is for extra credit. All right, in your course, you should be looking for your student guide so that you can take notes. Go ahead and get your student guides for 3.15 and 0.16. Okay? That's where you're going to take notes, and I'll show that to you in a moment. Tuesday, you can look at the worked examples in 3.17 and review that recording, along with on Wednesday, looking at your exam review recording in the lesson. I'll show you that as well, which is in 3.18. Just a few things to point out while I'm out. You're definitely going to want to look here at the What Have I Missed document. It has lots of recordings for you to help you through assignments and lessons. But you know what? The course itself has those as well. So you always want to start first with student resources and get your student guide. When you go to student resources and click on materials, you will get your student guide. Go on ahead and scroll down to the appropriate lesson. In this case, it would be lessons 15 and 16. And just go ahead and open up that student guide. Once you've opened up your student guide, recognize that you will have questions to accompany each learning module. And the answers to those questions are at the bottom for you to check yourself. One other thing I want to point out in your course content is that there is always a practice or review quiz prior to you taking your actual quiz. So you always want to take a look at that to give you some assistance. And there's always a review module as well. Finally, before you get ready to take your unit test, be sure to take a look at the unit review. The unit review is a video as well as additional activities and practice quizzes. Also, in reviewing for your test, you may want to go to each quiz lesson, and before the quiz, there's also a nice review in a math cast that you may find helpful. So once you've got your student guides and you're working through completing these and studying, you should be fine. I just wanted to point out, so far we've talked about linear regressions. Linear regressions are those that have data that models align. But there's also quadratic and exponential regressions. And those models would look more like a quadratic curve or an exponential curve. Okay, that's all that is different. And simply put, instead of you pressing linear regression, which is choice 5 on the calculator, you would just press choice 4 is linear regression, choice 5 is quadratic, and choice 0 is exponential. You simply arrow down to get that and calculate it the same way. How do you know which model is the best? The one with the best R-squared, or coefficient of determination. And in this case, comparing the data from a linear, quadratic, and exponential regression of some points, the best R-squared is from the quadratic regression, meaning the quadratic model is the best for that data. That's the only really new idea that we would be talking about. All right, where to get help while I'm out? The WIM is full of video support for you, so definitely go take a look. Ask a question and raise your hand. It's a great place to pop in. Skype, Kmail, or call me. I'll respond to you as soon as I can. Make sure you take this time to catch up since you won't have any live sessions this week, and be sure you do the extra credit. Be on the lookout for the Unit 4 project.